Hello, everyone. This is Wayne Ross from Secrets of Truth Wellness Collaborative in Boise, Idaho. And I've been trying to post our PDF formatted Google Slides from our presentations for the tribe, and it hasn't been working out well. So I decided I would just do a quick click through so that everybody at home could take a look at the slides and see what we've been talking about on the videos if they don't come out super clear. So, introduction and stated purpose. The tribe was formed after a lot of time working to put together a meaningful presentation of a degree at the Scottish Rite in Boise. The purpose of the tribe is to explore common concepts with people who have various perspectives, beliefs, religions, etc., in order to reach a common truth. This instance, we began with harmony and the Stoics. So, in brief, Hellenistic belief of personal value development. Stoicism originated in Athens around 300 BC, fundamentally concerned with the development of personal virtues as a means of achieving a good and fulfilling life. Living according to nature means that you focus these four elements, wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation, to enable you to have a harmonious life. We were looking at their thoughts on the state of inner tranquility and how you effectively manage things that are going on in your life, staying focused again to these four cardinal pieces. From the Stoics, we moved forward to harmony in King James Bible, and there was a verse in particular: "Finally be ye all of one mind, having compassion of one another. Love as brethren, be pitiful, be courteous." And what this passage tells us is basically how we are to interact if we want to have harmony. This coming from 1 Peter 3, sections 8 through 12 there, lines 8 through 12, and goes into those concepts of how we should treat each other. So the Stoics laid that groundwork. Here we see the works of Peter speaking in a similar vein about harmony, bringing everybody together. And the final of the first three groups on the first meeting session were the ancient Celts. And according to them, they had the power of three: triple mother or triple goddess, abundance, fertility, nurturing. In Celtic tradition, what is most powerful once is all the more powerful in threes. And that led us to Bridget, who was the goddess of compassion, healing, and peacemaking, and is still most revered in modern times to pagans, Wiccans, and feminists, and is also now an Irish Christian saint. So at the end of each of the sessions, we then take an opportunity to see what kind of overlaps we saw between the three. So the Stoicism, the writings of the King James Bible, and the beliefs of the ancient Celts. In session 2, we came together and did a brief review of those three pieces. And then after that, we moved into Native American traditions, where we found out about living in harmony with nature, living according to nature, a respect and connection to the natural world, human connection to the ecosystem, rituals of gratitude, and that everything in nature has a spirit. Then we moved on to the writings of the philosopher Confucius. Harmony here is a cosmic virtue and a process that generates and maintains the world's things. All living things have origins, life essence is unified, and humans are part of their environment. And Confucius lived from 551 to 479 BCE, and his works are still studied and used to the current day. And the final group that we took a look at, this time we sort of looked at perspectives of harmony in media. Could be movies, TV, music, etc. So how does harmony come across? Is it it's an abstract or a concrete term? Much like love, it is abstract. Direct representations Maybe we see fields or shots of nature. Maybe we see hippies, and they're supposed to represent harmony because of this idea then. Or characters that represent the concept, which we saw and we made mention of in a couple of different types of media. So then at the end of this second session, we had three more, how harmony is displayed in media, the writings of Confucius, and Native American traditions. And then at the very end of the session, we wanted to try and pull back. Remember the first three, add in the next three, and see if we saw some commonalities that were there for all three works. On the third and final session, we gave reviews of both sessions 1 and 2, and then led us into some much more constructed formats. So how does harmony work in a diverse system? And here we were looking at the multi-ethnic culture there that we have over in Asia, located at the intersection of four major spheres of cultural influence. What is embodied by harmony are the feelings of cultural tolerance and cultural sharing, which include different faith systems, and cultural traditions, and peacefully coexisting in the same social space. So here, harmony is used among diverse people to survive. They're not ending each other's lives. They're not degrading each other. They are trying to coexist through their differences. And then we looked at cultural from another perspective, a social psychologist's perspective, Hofstede, who had 6 cultural dimensions. And we talked about each of those indistinctly, how they are broken down: power distance, individualism versus collectivism, masculinity versus femininity, uncertainty avoidance, long-term versus short-term orientation, and indulgence versus restraint. So how your society or culture uses each of these will determine how much harmony you actually have. Do people put off their long-term goals in order to attain things in the short term, or vice versa? Is it a masculine society or a feminine society? Those different things can have an impact on the amount of harmony that a society has. And lastly, we talked about Norse mythology. We talked about the concept of cosmic harmony, which refers to the balance and interconnectedness of all elements within the universe. In Norse mythology, it encompasses the relationship between the gods, humans, and the natural world, emphasizing a holistic view of existence. The interaction between the 9 realms contributes to cosmic balance. So if any time anyone is out of whack, the rest are all out of whack. And that kind of a theory and a viewpoint, which is well illustrated by the planets there in the image that was selected. So again, at the end, we put together these constructs on culture, as well as some of the mythology again, and how we work with diversity to try and keep harmony, to keep our lives going. And at the very end of the third session of each of our units, our key tenets, as it were, we have an opportunity to reflect upon all 9 in whole. And hopefully what comes about is an understanding that we have more in common than we do have not in common, and that we just need to understand that. And we as humans can create harmony if we just start to look at things in a little bit different aspect. Along with that, we were really able to pull together the strands and see how almost all these different cultures from all over different times and places have the same idea. So these must be some common ideas that are there. And for the tribe, harmony is the ground floor of the building structure. It is the concrete, is what everything else is going to be built on. If you don't have harmony, if you're not fulfilled in your life in that kind of an aspect, it's going to be hard to move on into the other pieces as well. You have to have good internal, external balances for this to be able to go forward for you and be able to help you impact others as well. So that was the review that we did, very brief, over 3 Sunday sessions. Hopefully you'll check out our videos on YouTube, or you will attend a session in person. Our next session on Bliss will be this weekend, and then it will be posted on YouTube shortly thereafter. Have a great day.